My name's Lauren from ECA, and today we're going to talk about conditionals. Conditional statements allow us to talk about conditions and the effects of those conditions in real or hypothetical situations. If water is 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. If I eat a bag of cookies now, I won't be hungry at dinner time. If I won the lottery, I would buy a movie theater. If I had stayed in Winnipeg, I wouldn't have become an English teacher. In this video, we will be talking about the first two examples, the first and zero conditional. We will talk about when you should use them and comparing them with each other. Then, I have an exercise for you to practice using those conditionals. This is just part 1 of 2 videos on conditionals. Check back with us for part 2 on second and third conditional. The zero conditional is used to talk about things that are always true, such as facts, routines, instructions. We form the zero conditional as follows: if plus present tense plus present tense. If clause plus result clause. If you see John, say hi for me. Or result clause plus if clause. Say hi for me if you see John. In all conditional sentences, you can put the if clause and the result clause in either order and the meaning will not change. However, if you are going to put the if clause first, then you must put a comma at the end of the if clause. It is called the if clause because it is stating the conditions that need to be met in order for the result to happen. However, you can use other key words instead of if, such as when, as soon as, before, after, and every time. The first conditional is used to talk about future possibilities and what the speaker believes is likely to happen in such a situation. It is used to talk about plans. If it rains, then I will pick you up from the airport. Predictions. John won't get a raise if he doesn't improve his people skills. Warnings. If you keep making that face, it will stay that way forever. Promises. I will pay for the dinner if you pay for the movie. It is formed as follows: if plus present tense plus will plus the verb. If clause and the result clause, or will plus verb plus if plus the present tense, result clause, if clause. And just like the zero conditional, you can use other keywords instead of if, as well as you can put the clauses in either order. Also remember that the negative form of will is will not or won't. If she says no, I won't go to the meeting. The zero conditional is a real conditional. We use it to talk about truths, facts, and routines, just like we use the simple present for truth, facts, and routines. That is why we use the simple present tense for both clauses. If water is 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. It is a scientific fact that when water reaches 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. If you want to express a result clause that always happens when a condition is met, then you will use the zero conditional. Like the zero conditional, the first conditional is a real conditional. We use it to talk about future possibilities that are very likely to happen. They are not hypothetical situations. Because the future is always uncertain, we use will instead of the present tense. Let's take a look at some examples. If it rains, then I bring my umbrella. If it rains, then I will bring my umbrella. So first of all, both of these sentences are grammatical. So what's the difference? So in the first example, I use a zero conditional because I want to express the real routine that every time it rains, I have my umbrella. Whereas in the second example, I use the first conditional because I want to express that when it rains, I very likely will have my umbrella with me. However, there are times I may forget. So when it comes down to the message that you are trying to convey, choose the appropriate conditional that fits that message. So now that we've talked about the zero and first conditional, let's try it out. I'm going to show you some conditional clauses on the left with some result clauses on the right. Match the conditions with the appropriate result clause. In the examples that we've looked at, we focused on the results that occur when a condition is met. However, sometimes we want to give more detail about those circumstances and how they will affect the results. In order to do this, we need to use certain conjunctions. Let's take a look at some of them. Only if states the condition upon which the result will happen. I will take the job only if it pays more than my current job. Unless expresses a condition that will prevent that result. I won't take the promotion unless it pays more. I will take the promotion unless it means more traveling. Even if states a condition that might or might not exist, the results will be the same. I will take the promotion even if there's not more money because it will look great on my resume. Even though it describes a condition that exists or is true, but it has no impact on the final result. Even though it isn't more money, I will take the promotion because it will look great on my resume. Whether or not states a condition that has no importance and doesn't affect the results. I will take the promotion whether or not it pays more because it will look great on my resume. No matter what describes a condition that has no impact on the end result. I will take the promotion no matter what it pays because it will look great on my resume. Now, let's try another exercise, this time with conjunctions. Same idea as before. The conditional clauses will be on the left with the result clauses on the right and match the appropriate conditional clause with the result clause. I hope this video has helped you better understand conditionals. Remember to check back with us for another video on the second and third conditional. And if you like this, please check out our website, lesbeauxmots.ca, for more videos as well as our podcast and blog. Bye for now.